as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from Ford Field. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Jones looking to throw it on the first play.
And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy.
He's got him in, complete. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb.
And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to throw here.
He'll fire it deep for Rager. It's tipped, but it doesn't matter. He still catches it. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. He'll look to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Okay, didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short. They elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there.
Here we go. Here we go.
They're going to look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jalen Rager with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own.
Extra point by Patterson.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about, to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your number one path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. He's got a man complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
A big pickup of 38. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Jones. And Sharp calls it in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
They're going to try and throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this one is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing Jones. He dumps this off to Dillon underneath. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. On 1st and 10, Jones. That's going to be caught. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career. And that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that. And even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Dillon will take this one in for a Packer touchdown. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
18, Pioneer! 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line. Buffalo 18! Come back team! Come back team! 7 Pirates! 7 Pirates!
Now back to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll drop to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Warriors 70! 60 Bobcats! 60 Bobcats! 18 Rattlers! 18 Rattlers!
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Oh, batted at the line and intercepted.
Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in the face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. Open man right side is Shark. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 41-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Back to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson, 41 yards. And the Packers take a 3-touchdown lead. The extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Here we go, Jack.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Heck of a 4th and short conversion. They end up getting north of 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. They'll set up to throw.
Rager catches it left side. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They'll look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. Patterson's kick is good.
And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Now Jones throwing to start the drive.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
It got his man complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Looking to throw. Jones.
And that'll be complete to Dillon. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So, roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around. And we know they'll be here before you know it.
Here's Jones throwing on 1st down. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jones. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Chark. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And his kick is good.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Sam Sloman set to kick off.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
It's now 3rd and 5.
They'll set up a throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's airing it out for Williams. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
At the 6-yard line.
They'll run here with Dillon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
And now defensive work. You have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Again, it'll be Dillon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Dillon. And this time he is in. A.J. Dillon, his 21st touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Sam Sloman set to kick off.
after the touchdown. Sloman to do the kickoff honors.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They go up the middle with Chubb.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for the Lions. First down.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Running lanes run a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
He'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 33. But to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game. But that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on 2nd down. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Buying time to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Jones from the gun on 3rd down.
That's complete to Dobbs. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
And he's got it inside the 10. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 42 yards.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Packers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Sam Sloman set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Cowboy 80. 60 Bison. Ready.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
46 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Knocks over another.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They run it again with Chubb. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the 4th quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try to find some targets in the open field downfield.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give running right is Chubb. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A great effort there. 28 yards.
And the Lions get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
19 White. Panther 11.
They'll look to throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further.
Lions 18.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Well, they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Jones now on 1st down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, You and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got the hook up to Lazard.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the fourth quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see. And other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
Now Jones. And a big loss here as he's taken down. A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal. Pushes him back big time. And now you'd figure the field goal team coming on 4th. First down, a bit of a disaster. And now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Back to throw. Jones. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Sam Sloman now for the point after.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
After the touchdown, Sloman to do the kickoff honors.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Chubb will get the call running left. Fights through it. Room here to run. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
91 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Coming right, this is Chubb on the toss. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Tariq Carpenter. And the Packers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now it looks like he'll throw here.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one